Hello, true believers, and welcome to another edition of BK's Bullets. My name is Jim, back with another DC animated classics review, taking a look at 2018's Batman Gotham by Gaslight. Now, before I get started, I want to say yes, I am indeed back. You can't blame me. I've been uploading videos to Brent's channel. He just hasn't been publishing them, but I have still been chipping away at DC animated reviews and movies, and I don't plan on going anywhere until the list is done. I didn't realize this movie came out in 2018. As you know, I just randomly select something on Brent's Voodoo account, and we stumbled across this today. Before I get into the review proper, you guys know you have one simple job to do. It's to subscribe to Brent's channel and stay current with what he's been talking about. Quite a lot going on in the comic book universe. He's constantly posting reviews, and they're actually pretty good, so you should check them out. Gotham by Gaslight is simultaneously amazing and horrible at the same time. And I guess it really depends on your perspective of what you want Batman to be. The Victorian era that it takes place during, the throwback to a different time, a different I wouldn't say art style, different sense of technology, the characters, the music in this movie, the constant score, one of the best scores I've ever heard, the mystery, the murder, the violence, the cussing, the way that they talk to each other. It's a very mature film. And the plot was insanely good. I did not see this coming. I really suspected we would find out that Jack the Ripper was, the Joker somehow, but I did not see that one coming at all. And I was pleasantly surprised, and it had some good twists and turns in it for sure. My biggest criticism with it, though, and one of the reasons why I say it's simultaneously the best and the worst Batman movie, is because this variant of Batman was a total loser. It reminds me a lot of Batman Year One. He just isn't that good. He loses a lot of fights. As a matter of fact, at the beginning of the movie, he faces off against Jack the Ripper. If he had beaten him there, the movie would have been over, but nope, doesn't get it done. He watches multiple people die. I think I counted at least 5, maybe 6 people that died under his protection that he was there to save or on his way to attempt to save. And when he does face off against Jack the Ripper numerous times in this movie, he gets thoroughly thrashed. He gets his cape ripped up. He gets stabbed multiple times. He gets the little ears on his Batman cowl completely shaved off by this amazing fight sequence on the police airship. And at the end, when he sort of wins and, dispatches of Jack, although Jack kind of does it to himself, which was an amazing twist as well. Who saves him? None other than Selina Kyle, who had just been doped up and was about to be murdered. She ends up saving Batman because he's such a wuss and he gets beat up so thoroughly in his fight with Jack that he can't even walk away on his own. Now, again, you draw parallels to Batman Year One. If you like the idea that Batman is a boob and he's just starting and he doesn't know how to fight, and he doesn't use his gadgets well, and he loses and he gets shot and stabbed and beat up and punched, and he's just a buffoon, but a buffoon who is an incredibly brave one, who is out there fighting for the city, then I think you're going to enjoy this movie quite a bit. If you're like me and you like a more refined and polished Batman, somebody who kind of knows the ropes and understands how to be a fighting force and an amazing detective all in one, you may not like this movie as much. It's not to say I don't like it. I stand by the fact that this is one of the, if not the coolest Batman stories I think I have, enjoyed. It was a really mature, done movie. It touched on a lot of themes. It had a lot of religion in it, which was very interesting. Typically, you don't see a lot of religion in DC movies, particularly in Batman movies. I thought that was really, really good. As I mentioned, the production of it, the music of it was phenomenal. The character design, the costume design, the story, the dialogue, it was all brilliant. But it's hard to root for a Batman who's just such a loser. that's where the rub is, and that's a circular argument I was having watching this. I'm like, oh, there's another fight. There's another fight, and I'm sure it was done intentionally. I'm sure that whoever wrote this story, let's see if I could see, quickly scanning the Wikipedia page. It was directed and produced by Sam Liu and James Krieg, based on the standalone graphic novel by Brian Augustin and Mike Mignola. Mike Mignola. Probably butchering these poor men's names, and I apologize. Yeah, I'm sure that the idea was, hey, let's make a cool universe with Batman, and it worked. It was awesome. I loved his design. I loved the throwbacks. You had all the major heroes and villains present in this Victorian era, Gotham City, which was really, really cool. And you had a lot of nods to like the first bat symbol where Selina kind of scribbled in blood. You had Batman being a detective, not in the Bat Cave. He was in the attic of his house, which I guess we lovingly now refer to as the Batic. I don't know. Doing a lot of detective work, so we saw the kind of origins of that there as well. We got to see the Batarang and the smoke pellets and the grapple gun, Batman's staple pieces of technology. He even had a really cool steam-powered motorcycle in a world in which buggies and horses and, that kind of thing existed. He's driving down the street in a really cool motorcycle. That was awesome. And then he gets off the motorcycle and he proceeds to get thoroughly thrashed in every single fight he's in. So I don't know. Could this have been way better if he was actually a formidable foe? Yeah, I think so. I think Batman was not done well in this. I just don't really. I don't know. I'm struggling with it because I love everything, but I hate his character in this. I think it's just really bad, and they could have done better. But that's okay. It was good. I enjoyed it for what it was. As I close out this video, I'm looking at the aggregate score. A lot of people really enjoyed it, agree with me about the fact that it had a mature tone. They said it did pretty good in sales, a little over $4 million in domestic home video sales, and then there's another subset of that was from DVD sales. So obviously it was 2018. I know they've made new ones since then, so it worked well. I would love to see this universe re-explored, maybe like 5 years after the events of this, because it's a very fascinating universe to me. But we need a hero who is up to the challenge. I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. Let me know how you agree with me or disagree with me. That's okay. I love reading the comments. I'll check in from time to time and see what everybody says about it. And while you're down there, I know I said it, but I'm going to say it again. Make sure to subscribe. And that's it. I will be back again next week with yet another animated classic. Who knows what it will be, but that's it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you guys in the funny pages.